92 Green T34. I got my buddy Logan's Farm here who is smoking himself a chooch. Now,
relighting my chooch.
Now what we got here is another drink from Woodchuck Hard Cider's brewery. It is naturally fermented, independent to the core, 355 milliliter, 12 ounce, served cold, 5% alcohol by volume. Woodchuck Hard Cider Fall. This one is Fall. Recycling info. Naturally gluten-free, made in Vermont. Woodchuck Hard Cider, bottled in Woodchuck Cidery, Middlebury, Vermont, 05753. Fall cider has been a complete and elegant character with a unique taste and special aroma not found in any other hard cider. The dry cinnamon and nutmeg taste balance out with a hint of American white oak, making fall cider perfect for a crisp autumn day. True to our tradition, independent to the core. Government warning. Nutrition facts: 220 calories per bottle. Hard cider less than 1% of natural flavor, caramel color, sulfates, sulburate to protect taste, lightly carbonated, naturally gluten-free. There's a barcode. This one is a limited release one. That's why I wanted to review this one before I reviewed the other couple that I found. Now I'm going to open this one. You want to hold this for me, buddy?
Oh, you actually found the hat.
Yeah. The hat actually works pretty good. So now, the smell is really unique. It smells really sweet. It kind of has a I definitely smell a cinnamon. It smells like a I don't know, a Halloween potpourri. It actually smells delicious. I mean, this smells like something if you could spray this all over the room, unlike the beer I dumped all over the ground earlier. Now it smells like stale beer in this room. But if I misted this all over the ground, the girlfriend would be like, "Did you light a candle?" So I think that as far as smell, this is actually really aromatic in a good way. Now, with that said, does one want to drink potpourri juice? That's a good question. I think I will actually hold off for 1 second. I'm going to let my buddy Logan here open up his bottle and give it a sniff and tell me what he thinks of the smell first. Now, with this said, before we get too far into it, we
got a big whiff of that.
We loved all the other Woodchuck ciders. I mean, the worst one so far has been pretty good. And the best one has been excellent. Like, we would drink it nonstop if it was a bit cheaper. The price on these is a little over $8 per 6-pack at the further away liquor store. Now, what do you think of the smell of that, Logan?
Fall. I mean,
it smells like your mom's fall candles.
It smells like fucking Halloween.
This is what it smells like. It smells like the old lady that hangs this right here, what you would think that smells like.
I mean, maybe like an apple pie kind of cinnamony.
Obviously, there's
pumpkin pie kind of cinnamony smell.
It is an apple, so I mean, of course, it's got apple, but yeah, very good. Pumpkin maybe is another word, but
like that. Man, it really does.
Like a pumpkin pie mixed with cinnamon, mixed with.
If you could put a smell to the fall season, I'd say this.
It's weird. If people know what nutmeg actually tastes like, what it adds to the taste, it kind of does have that taste, kind of like a, I don't know, kind of maybe it's a different. It's kind of like maybe like a nuttiness almost, but it's not like a hazel, but not sweet like hazel, but like a kind of sour bitterness, but it's so sweet that it's not sour. I don't know, it's weird to describe. Either way, if you get your hands on a bottle of this, I don't even care what it's about to taste like. Maybe it tastes terrible.
The smell, though, is
But if you can get this, it's so different, so unique, and you're probably not going to drink nothing like this. Go ahead and buy it. Spend the $9 just to say, hey, look at this weird shit that I got. So, go ahead and hold this for me, buddy, and we'll take our first sip off of it. Okay. Okay, so pumpkin pie, hardcore. Like, this tastes more pumpkin pie than pumpkin pie tastes like.
Oh God, I'm gonna love this if that's what you're saying.
If I could put a dollop of not sour cream, yuck, that'd be disgusting, of Cool Whip whipped cream on top of this beer and eat it like a treat,
You
I
could
would.
if you had sour cream.
This is whipped cream, not sour cream, gross. Whipped cream. But yeah, like if I had like one of them ready whip things, I would spray right in the top of the bottle and I would suck it down. You know what, if I had even vanilla ice cream right now, which I know I don't, I would consider a float with this because it tastes that much like pumpkin pie, which to some of you may be a total turn-off. If you don't like pumpkin pie, steer clear, no doubt, don't even touch it. But if you do like pumpkin pie, man, this thing is freaking sweet. I mean, this is really awesome. I think I'm going to let Logan try before I get too excited about it. It's actually pretty damn sweet.
You're getting me all excited because I love
If you like pumpkin pie, man, this is...
Mother of God.
You think it tastes like that too?
That, but there's also a slight, what the fuck flavor is it?
Well, it's okay if apple's in there somewhere.
Well, no, there is, but like, have you ever had those? They come out seasonally. Those little, like, I don't know if they're Little Debbie's or what, but those little pumpkin pie bars that look like pumpkins.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, them really cheap, them gingerbread.
Like,
Gingerbread, I think, kind of has this taste to it. If you've had gingerbread, it's kind of got that going on. I mean,
but it's like a pumpkin, and there's definitely a slight apple in there.
it's really seasonal.
Like if you kind of mix like a pumpkin pie and a apple pie.
One thing I think is a little bit strange is that the flavor seasoning to this is fall, which is fine. I mean, yeah, I kind of get, I think of fall when I drink this. But what I think of even more when I drink this, I think of this is the Christmassy kind of, I get like a Christmas, like, okay, you're at Christmas, you're having your cup of hot cider then, and maybe hot cocoa.
No, I just imagine,
maybe
I just pictured the other flavor that I'm getting. It's almost like a sweet tart.
Sweet tart?
I swear to God, I just got like a sweet tart kind of flavor. Like the blue one. The blue sweet tart. The Smarties.
If you taste very strongly with your tongue, you stay away from your nose, because the nose is where I'm getting all this pumpkin pie crap.
I'm tasting like a blue Smartie.
If you taste with your taste buds on your tongue, you get the same kind of feeling, kind of taste of a sweet tart. I agree.
Smartie.
Smartie, yeah.
Those little prepackaged little things you get like on Halloween. Or you can get them any time of year. But
yeah, no, I agree. I still think it tastes a lot more like pumpkin pie.
No, but that was just like that was that thing I was kind of hesitating on.
Hold up, guys. This video was supposed to be quick, but I want to real quick go find my old lady and let her try this, because basically this is one of the most amazing things I think I've ever drank. Now, Brenda, who is sleeping on the bed, you like pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie?
Oh, this is the stuff that I suggested.
This is the stuff you suggested. It tastes just like pumpkin pie, I think. It's really tasty.
Push my hair on my face.
And not the PM kind, just a regular kind. Oh, and don't get the tablets. Get the tablets with a special coating.
Smartie.
What do you get, Brenda? Cinnamon, obviously. Apple, obviously.
Gotta turn this on pause. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, okay, yeah. You better get cinnamon because it's like hardcore. If it wasn't apple, it's cinnamon. And then there's another flavor. What do you get for at least a third flavor? Me and Logan got like 6 different flavors out of this thing, but
they're all good though.
They are good. It's weird because it's not something I would normally associate with this is delicious, but it is actually pretty tasty.
I don't No.
Almost tastes like a mixed
Everything.
drink or something.
It's like
But it's not high enough alcohol, but it's good.
like cinnamon, pumpkin, hint of apple. Maybe the apple is probably because I had apple before you came in here.
Well, it's made out of apples.
We all got the same apple.
And yep.
Yeah, I was getting the flavor like a Smartie. You know, the little...
That blue, yeah, I kind of get that. It's, to me, if you don't breathe with your nose, if you taste it just with your tongue, like, just that you get that kind of twang to it.
My nose is pretty well plugged, so...
Yep.
But if you breathe really aromatically, like take a drink, breathe out
Wafting.
like that, you
Oh,
get
here you go.
so much apple pie. Not apple pie, pumpkin pie.
Definitely, yeah.
It's not even funny.
Look at the door.
No! Anyway, okay. She's going to do the three-knuckle shuffle. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, well, let's get back in here quick, and I will finish this bottle before we run too late. You pretty much got the down low on this thing. If you would like to hold this while I finish.
Yep.
There should be no trouble finishing these, by the way. They're
Oh god, no, they're fucking amazing.
pretty tasty. Now, with this said, seasonally, now that it's getting a little cooler out, now that we're pulling into the fall season, now that we're starting to get there, this is great. But now if I have to choose a #1 cider, this one's really weird because I'd like to say that it's first place. But I know for a fact that 75% of the year, 3/4 of the year, I would still rather have the Granny Smith. But it's weird because, you know, like I said, early summer, you know, late spring, this one here is just going to sound like the worst thing in the world to drink. It won't go with nothing. It's not a standalone thing. But seasonally, this is probably one of the best seasonal alcoholic beverages I've ever drank because I hate seasonal beverages. I hate them. The only reason why I got this one is just because Brenda talked me into it.
You don't like Leinenkugel Summer Shandy?
I don't like that. I do not like that one. But my point being is that I like things that are year-round. Most of the time I like things that are really clean. They don't have super strong flavors of any one thing. They got lots of subtle hints of many things, but nothing really, really powerful. Well, this one here has lots of really powerful flavors.
I'm going to have a really good suggestion when you're done with what you're going to do.
And I guess basically what I'm getting is that I do like this a lot, but I still place this one as a #1 in this season, maybe a little later on in the season, but probably second to last place of all the hard ciders I've drank, maybe third to last place in all the hard ciders as far as year-round, if you lived in Florida, that kind of thing. But what's your thoughts, Logan?
Well, if you want to finish that,
Oh, yeah.
I will do this afterwards. There you go.
That's something you won't see me do with many beers. I won't try to get every last drop. Stuff's pretty damn good, though.
I'll switch it over to you, Logan.
Now, the greatest thought I could come with this from this beer for the flavor and the the specific flavor of it and how potent it is I would suggest, and I think Josh would probably agree on this if he thought about it for a second, is you take a little container like this.
Look at where you're going with this.
You put yourself a steak or a pork chop or something like that in there, and you pour one of those over it before you go to work in the morning, and let that sit all day, and you let it marinate. Maybe even overnight and through the next day. And then that evening, you cook yourself a nice steak or a pork chop, and you will have an amazing, flavorful experience. It's kind of like maybe applewood smoked bacon or something like that. But you're putting it like it was steak or a pork chop.
Actually, now to further upon your thought right away before you get too in depth in that with that, Logan. Okay, so so now seasonally, Thanksgiving's coming up. I think that Thanksgiving, if you took and had applewood smoked bacon, then marinated turkey drums in this beer, and then wrapped them with that bacon while marinating, and you marinated those for a solid day, and then cooked them, I think that would be excellent seasonal flavored item. I think that would be just fantastic.
Actually, on top of that,
And I don't even like turkey.
I'm not a big fan of turkey. It's always too dry for me.
Again, but imagine if you marinated in this.
I was just thinking though, like, you know, most people, they roast their turkey in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say you take one of these, you get enough out of it, and you stick it inside the turkey, so it's not pouring out, but then it vaporizes through the heat, and it'll go up through the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like if you like, you
If
know,
you
like grilled beer chicken, like where you put the can of beer inside the chicken and grill it.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of is the same thing.
I agree.
And it would aromanate through it.
I think totally I agree with that. If you base your turkey with broth or whatever, and you use this as a sort of broth, I think this would be fantastic. I mean, like I said, I'm not a turkey guy, so turkey's not really my number one thing. I avoid turkeys at a lot of cost. If I can, I usually do, but I think this would be great.
You know how at Thanksgiving, most people like to take the cranberries, and they will like to mix it with their turkey, and they eat it. If there was a way to make this into like a thicker sauce.
This would make a great sort of cranberry sauce.
If you thicken this up without ruining the flavor, it would be perfect because you could dip your turkey in it. I would.
If you could somehow manage to work your way work this into a cranberry sauce, you'd be doing very smart things. Now we're working on over 16 minutes here, Logan. Can you finish that one up on this video, or would you rather me pass?
I can do it.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have no trouble with that. Yeah, give me more. Yeah. Yep. That's good. Now
this or the Granny Smith are the best too.
Okay.
They are.
So now if you were drinking it in July, would you still feel totally that way?
I mean, I really love that flavor though, man. I'm actually.
Even not seasonally, you still believe that one there.
I believe that is a really good flavor all year round.
That's good.
I love a pumpkin and apple thing kind of all year round.
It is excellent. And like I said, even though I don't necessarily fully agree with that, if I was going to put the final word on it.
You're not necessarily a seasonal person. So I'm
not a seasonal person. I don't like seasonal things. But now with me saying what I said, I think that, you know, so if it was, like I said, if it was in early July, as a guy who does not really appreciate seasonal things, I think that it would still not be the worst of the woodchucks. And the thing is that, or any of the ciders, that's including the Strongbow, and that's including the Angry Orchards that I've tried. I've only tried 2 of 3 of the Angry Orchards that I found, so there's probably going to be, those are going to be reviewed, and I still have 2 more woodchuck ciders to review. But with all that said, of what I've tried, even in the crappiest month, this is still good enough to be not the worst one. And the worst one is still awesome. So
I'm the kind of guy that could eat a fucking...
I don't think I could
eat apple pie, or not apple pie. I could eat pumpkin pie all year round. I mean, I'm the kind of guy...
Yeah.
Which is kind of the thing about your viewers, too. I mean, you got to realize other people are different and they're...
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to formulate...
drink it.
Okay, so...
drink it in November.
Well, here's one thing I want to hurry up and say before we do hit a video limit. I think it's very important that you try it. I think all these wood ciders, or woodchucks that I have tried...
disappointed yet.
All of them. You need to try hard cider if you haven't tried them yet. They are all... Even the crappiest ones.
That we didn't like the most, that's still better than a lot of things out there.
Yeah, I mean, you're still better off drinking. I think so far the Angry Orchard one that we've tried was my least favorite to date, and it was still good enough to where I would try it over a lot of cheap beers. I mean, granted, this is expensive, and there was nothing wrong with it, but I think that even though it was not good, it was still really good. I think that you should try many of these. I'm going to wrap this up as soon as I can. You got any closing words there, Logan? Yeah, okay, that's a pretty good word. Drink it. Yeah, let's get. This has been the longest video. Thanks, guys, for sticking through while this long-ass video has been there. If you had this far, I appreciate your viewership as always. But thank you guys as always. Have a nice day.